Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Budgeting Sisters. Not sure we'll have anybody on here because I don't think we really promoted a time or whatever. Got to get a little bit better at this live stuff, but we're here. So,
Yep.
I'm Melissa.
I'm April, and I need to walk through and talk out my goals. So we figured we would
Do it
torture
together.
you all with listening to us. And we will.
Aww.
Says hello.
Who?
B.
Becca? Hi, Becca.
Oh, I gotta go to comments.
Ken said that Becca said hi.
Oh, Jack is on. Signing on. Yeah, from My Girl Budgeting.
Oh, hi, Jack.
He was one of the Christmas cards I picked up yesterday. I know I have been to the post office in January at least, and we had nothing in there. And then I go yesterday, and there's 3 Christmas cards.
Oh, I don't know if we can trust you on the
I
card
know.
thing.
I can't be the mail girl.
Hey, you didn't get your package today, did you?
From you?
No.
No.
Okay. It's coming. I mailed
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it.
it. Oh wait,
Right.
it just got mailed yesterday, so you wouldn't have gotten it.
God. We were talking about it 2 days ago.
I put in a few extra things for you, so.
Oh, okay. So you're doing the goal thing, right? For Donna.
Yes.
Yes. Have you been watching?
Financial goals?
Yeah.
Hot.
Have you been watching any of those videos? Jax was yesterday or today.
I have not.
Today I watched her this morning.
Okay.
It was good.
I have not watched her yet. I watched some of them, but I have been having a hard time having multiple things on the internet at the same time.
Oh.
So I don't know. We got a bunch of people around us now, so our Starlink's kind of having issues with having like an open space because it's on satellite.
Oh.
So yeah. But so I've watched some of them, but not all of them. They've been all very good. Like each of them are taking different perspectives on things, which I think is really neat.
Yes.
You know, because we
I still have I have like a week that I haven't watched. I think no, Lilo, do not step on my computer. I think I have all last week that I still haven't watched yet.
I really want to go back through them though and be able to take notes on that note pages. Yeah. Because I've been watching them like late at night or something like that, so I haven't had my full attention on it.
Right.
So I'd like to go back and rewatch some of them. But
yeah, I'm definitely going to go back. Mari's Way of Life was good. She like pulled out, I think it was her who pulled out like a word for each video that she had watched so far.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I mean, she was on day 6, so she had, but she's a school teacher, you know, so she's very teacher etiquette in her videos. So
I've kind of lost some of that.
Yeah. Once I was done homeschooling, I was like, nah, not a teacher.
Don't need it.
Not a teacher. So what are your April goals? Like I made first quarter goals, but never really did much thinking on the big picture 1 year. I'm struggling because I don't have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10. Because,
oh God, I can't think that far in ahead.
Well, I want to think that far because I want to retire. I'm getting old. I'm the oldest sister, so
you'll always be older.
Yeah, I'm way older, and if for some reason I wanted to retire at 62, that's 10 years away. That's where 10 came into play. Yeah. I don't think I can retire at 62, but I would love to.
Nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. So I have been trying to think of goals. I mean, I liked my first quarter goals. I don't think I have. I mean, I know what I want to accomplish in April.
Yeah.
Hi, Andra, the traveling and saving chief.
Hi, Andra. She knows she's the one that we need to be watching about retirement.
I know.
Oh, wait. She's booking it through her stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, like I've been doing mine, but basically mine is just
Say hi
okay.
to Andra.
Get
Yours
the
is just
financial
Hi.
the financial binder going, keep checking it, things like that. I need to get those ingrained in me before I can do anything else.
Right.
Because I'm not tracking adequately of where things are going, because I'm not even in my financial binder daily to do it.
Right.
So that's my big thing right now. And I did set up my binder. I need to print off like some more calendars and stuff because I don't have all the calendars, because my planner stops in June because it's on the academic. Yeah.
Well, mine doesn't stop. I just need to fix the letters, because the dates, because they're last year's dates, because I got it super cheap.
Oh, gotcha. See, I know me, and I know it's planner season right now, and like all the new planners are coming out. So,
So you're hiding from all of those emails, or?
Well, kind of, but then like all my people in YouTube, all my stuff is like, they did another sneak peek. Here's this coming out, and that coming out, and I'm like, oh.
That's like me with Etsy. I wanted to see. I'm keeping track of how much money I spend on Etsy this year, and so far I've only bought one thing.
Wow.
One bundle of savings challenges for $18.
Oh yeah. And that carried over from last year. Didn't you end the year on like a freeze of no buying things? Yeah.
Yes, because there are so many free savings challenges out there, and I've already purchased so many. Just because I've already done it once doesn't mean I can't print it off again and do it again. I mean, I don't want to look at it over and over and over again, but come on.
Right.
Money.
Like, and there's so much out there. Like, I was surprised at how much I was getting off of people's Ko-Fi shops. Oh my goodness. In the description box of every one of our videos is all the people's playlists for the Financial Hop, and a majority of them have either a Google Drive or a Ko-Fi shop.
Yeah.
So they have some sort of freebies and like things that I haven't, like one of my things was tracking. Okay. And I had been struggling because I didn't have a tracker form in my sinking funds. And so like one of the first things I found on D Plans and Budgets, I believe it was, was her trackers. And she had like 3 or 4 different like designs and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I told you about it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what I've been using. Well, thanks for telling me, April. Well, but I have found so much, like I literally had to go on Amazon and buy more paper because I used up all my cardstock paper and ink and all that on like preparing our Etsy stuff and like printing off new things and everything. And
so my sinking funds have a tracker in them that is updated monthly when I do my closeout.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But
it sounds like you don't watch my videos.
What, babe? Andra said something.
She said we do have freebies.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people have freebies. I can see all the comments.
Ken was trying to tell me, but then the air conditioner kicked on and he's in the other room and I can't hear anything. So
no, when we live stream, I can see all the comments as long as I'm not on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I printed off these ones from, well, I printed all of them off from the Hop, but
And those are on Donna Power Pie Creativity's website.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I like
That just
those.
didn't want to come out for some reason.
No. I thought you were going to say Donna Pow Pow or something.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying.
April with the punch in the face to Melissa. Yeah, exactly. Since she doesn't watch my videos,
Oh goodness.
we're too busy watching everybody else's videos all day long.
You know,
Oh.
I have been out straight keeping my phone running with, but I think the problem is I've been doing various different people, you know, like
yeah.
I binge one person, like I binge like one whole day
Yeah.
of like their playlist, and then I jump on somebody else's playlist and do theirs. And but
Andra,
basically,
we've got a big playlist, Andra, of like 6 or 8 months now of our videos. So that should last you a while. I just haven't put more into it, but I did, I think 8 months.
she's already done a bunch.
Yeah. She was the one that was asking for like a huge playlist.
I don't. I've been dealing with the Etsy stuff. I haven't been really touching YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
And I haven't been doing Etsy because I was traveling. So
yeah.
I can't do anything when I travel. And being on a different
Oh,
time zone than
talking
you.
to me.
I know. I was just gonna say, and being on a different time zone than you does not work for me.
Yeah, it's really hard. Okay, so you printed off Donna Powered by Creativity's
Yes.
goal pages that she
Yes.
made.
Yes.
And we went over mine on the last lives. What are some of yours? Are you strictly doing financial ones on yours?
No, I don't do too much personal other than like read a book.
Mm.
I
want to
had,
get some health and wellness ones on for me.
oh, yeah. It's always good to go for a walk, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't, but yes. So I want to get to physically reading a book every month if possible.
Yeah, I joined the whole Kindle Unlimited thing when I got my Kindle.
Oh, yeah,
I was all excited. I had $25
Yeah.
in my technology account, and it was $25. I got it, and I've still only downloaded one book, and I've now paid for what, 2 months worth? Yeah.
So you paid $50 for one book?
No, because it's not that expensive.
You paid $24 a month, you just said.
No.
Oh, you had
4 months.
24. Okay.
Yeah. I've still spent way too much on one single book. I could have bought a series of them by now.
Yeah.
But I just got to get in the habit of using it.
Yeah.
I've never been a digital reader. I've always like physical books type deal. But this one series that I want to get into has like 11, 12 books.
Oh my.
They're ones that I would have to order. And so I'm like, okay, I can get them on Kindle Unlimited, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
That's too big of a commitment for me. I have commitment issues. I am committed to the new book that I did buy when I was in San Francisco. Me and a coworker are reading it together.
I wanted to see if that was on there too.
The Let Them book. So I think she has like 2 other books. If not, she's got some TED Talks out there and her own podcast. So
Mel Robinson, I believe, has a ton of books on there.
yeah. So it's funny. So
she's
all
very
I've read is the introduction to the book.
Yeah.
And in the introduction, this is kind of funny. She talks about the first thing to get her motivated, and it has nothing to do with this book. I think she has a separate book about it. It's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 theory or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And so she does that count, and then she physically forces herself to do whatever it is that she was procrastinating about.
Yeah.
So one of her examples was, if you're having a hard time getting up in the morning, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. I said, okay, you know me, I've got like 10 different times on my alarm clock that go off every single
That
morning.
is where we are so opposite. I'm like, set the alarm, get up, no problem.
Well, guess what happened when I tried counting from 5 yesterday morning?
Did you
At
fall back
5,
asleep?
at 5, I shut off all my alarms because I'm like, 4, 3, 2, 1 isn't that far away. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna start Monday. Go get them. Nope, fell back to sleep. Woke up at 7:30. I start work
Late
at
for work.
6. Yeah, that was great. It's a great theory. I just don't think starting out with my morning routine is the best way to start the process of the
Yeah.
counting backwards and boom go. So
Yeah.
we'll think of something else to use it on.
Yep.
Eventually, maybe, because if I had gotten up the first time the alarm went off, I would have been like an hour early for work because my alarms start at like 5, 5:10,
Yeah.
5:20, 5:30, and then it goes like every 5 minutes after that.
See, that would probably, the whole 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 would probably work really well for me, because no matter what it is, the longer I think about it and procrastinate doing it, the more anxious I get about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can talk myself out of it like that. Like,
Right.
no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, today it was just a matter of going. I knew I had an Amazon package, and I knew my dog had to pee, but she wasn't whining or anything, so I didn't think anything of it or whatever. But I kept telling myself, I gotta go get that. I gotta go get that. If I gotta go, I might as well take Lainey out too. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And it took me like almost 2 hours to do it, and I'm like, "What is your problem? Just get off your butt and go do it."
I
And
think it was
I
part
did it,
of that decluttering. I can't think of who she is, not the flyleaf or whatever, but
The
one of the
clutter bug,
no, well, maybe it's the clutter bug. I don't remember.
the KonMari.
No, it wasn't the KonMari thing I
Okay.
read, but you know,
did get that.
it was one of those like touch it only once kind of things.
Yeah,
So it was, when you think of it, just get up and do it. Don't
I know. It's not like
don't
it was
put
a
it off.
problem.
Yeah.
You know.
But anyways, but yes,
Okay.
Andra, I fell back to sleep. That was I got an A for effort and F for showing up on time for work, which is only 10 feet out of my bedroom, but whatever.
Maybe just not shut off the alarms. Say
Yeah.
that's what you're doing, but not shut off the
Yeah.
alarms until you build it in.
Well, and I always have this rule with my boss. I say I'm going to be there at 6 to 4 days a week.
Yeah.
They don't show up till 8, so I'm not late unless I show up after them.
Okay. I mean, that's when it helps that they're in California and you're in
Yeah.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
But my new boss is in Indy, so she's
Oh,
in our
only a
sector.
couple hours.
Yeah. So Andra
Yeah.
said my problem is that my brain is thinking too many things at the same time, and then I am a butterfly just moving from flower to flower. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's how I clean.
Yeah.
That's how I clean. Yeah.
Yep.
See one thing, then you go and do another area, then you pick up
Yeah.
something else and go to a different area, and then you
It's
straighten
like,
that. And, yeah.
What was I originally wanting to do? Oh yeah, I still haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Okay, so you personally you wanna commit to reading that book that you just got
Yes.
on your trip.
And- yes. And then I'm hoping that by the end of June, 2 more debts will be paid off.
Woohoo! That would be awesome.
Yeah. That is the plan. It's hard because when I do my monthly closeout, by the time the closeout is done and the money gets deposited and I can make a payment, we're into the next month.
Yeah.
So in April, there's already enough money probably to pay off the credit card, but I won't be able to do it till May because I love the closeout videos. I don't
Right.
care if it costs me $2 more in interest, keeping it there for the month. I love the closeout video, not having any idea of what I finished, but then seeing a big total. It has a better effect than, oh, I finished $20 savings challenge. Let's go deposit that.
Right.
It's more fun when I say, ooh, 200, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of that, just wait till you see my video tomorrow. I allocated all of my March savings challenges. I reallocated them all. I had no idea how much I saved, and this was the first time I had saved them for the whole month and then put them out. In the past, I've just done them. I've just moved them automatically, in or whatever. But yeah, I was shocked.
Wow.
Shocked.
I will say it was nice going Easter shopping with my cash that I had saved in my Easter sinking fund.
Yeah, I bet.
So.
I know. I mailed the boys a little thing today.
I got
yesterday.
them. I got them $5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts so they can go get their little munchkins.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I found the Color Wonder markers and papers that you can get the markers only color on that paper. They had Mickey Mouse sets.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I found them, I think it was at UGO at the grocery outlet, and they were like $2.99 a piece. And it came with a booklet, like a coloring pad, and then like 3 markers, I think it was, something like that. So I was like, well, that'll work.
Yeah, I get to see my grandsons in like 3 weeks, I think.
Yay. Wait, you do? Mm-hmm. When are you going up? Are you going up the same time we are?
I am, but I'm only there for like 3 days. I fly up May 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So we're probably going to be getting there about the exact same time.
I'm there the second Thursday of the month, whether it's the 6th or the 8th, I can't remember. Yeah, is fun. When I fly in, and then I am running around town seeing everybody until Monday morning.
Gotcha.
So,
well, you don't have to worry about me because you'll just see me the week before. So,
hi, Lynette. Yeah. I'm not going to see you. I don't have time to pencil you in.
No, that's all right. So, okay. So you.
All right. So I am going to finish
a book a month.
A book a month.
A month.
And then I am going.
Moved on from that. What was
that?
I
know. I'm going to pay off 2 debts. So I'm going to pay off 1 debt in May, and I'm going to pay. I'm hoping to pay off 1 debt in June.
Okay, that's good. I started a sinking fund for an extra debt payment.
Oh, nice.
Because we have our truck, and then one bill has come up that was on my report. So I made arrangements on that. So hopefully, I think we only got 11 payments left, and I got to make one here tonight or tomorrow. But
yeah.
And with what it was in the reallocation of funds that you'll see tomorrow. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my 2 debts, if I can get them paid off, that'll put $60 back into savings challenges to go towards the next debt, because I'm doing the snowball.
Awesome. How much do you know how much you're snowballing already?
No. Well, yes and no, because when I do my budget to zero out my budget, I put a line item for sinking funds, savings challenges, mini Monday.
The reason why I was asking is because I watch Steph on a Budget regularly. I love her. And what she does, because hers are all credit cards or loans. loans, okay? And so what she does is she kept them in her budget, but then she writes like City 1 and then a parentheses DSB, debt snowball. But
See,
she
maybe-
keeps it line itemed as that debt in her budget because she said she does that because she knows she can put it towards the debt section, but she said she sees that as too variable. Like she could change that amount. Whereas if it's on the other side with her fixed expenses, she automatically does it.
Yeah.
And so that's what she did. And I'm like, that's a good little brain trick there.
I
And,
was thinking
keeps a
about
running tab that way.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that with hi Lainey girl.
She's looking out the window.
Hey, look at Auntie. Lainey.
Yeah, but I don't see you.
So I was thinking about doing something like that with my loan that I paid off with my bonus in the first quarter, still keeping that as a bill, but like doing loan / and I was just going to say savings challenges or something, you know.
Yep. And I noticed one thing that I kept doing, and I was trying to figure out why my budget always seemed messed up, and I couldn't figure it out.
Lainey.
And I was budgeting my savings challenges, budgeting my bills, and still budgeting what I was depositing for the sinking funds and all of that. And I kept feeling like everything was so tight that every little bit was already spent. Well, duh, Melissa, I was budgeting things twice because I say my amount going into Lainey's sinking fund was $50 a month.
Right.
Well, not only was I budgeting $50 in my sinking funds, I was budgeting $50 in my savings challenges as well.
Okay.
And so I kept like stressing myself, like, why am I so short on things? And then I was like getting frustrated because I didn't have the money to do what I thought I would have had to do.
Right.
But I didn't know where it was coming from or what was happening. Right. And I was doing that in multiple of my sinking funds.
Oh, wow.
And oh my goodness gracious. I was like, really, Melissa?
So one of the things that I want to look at before the end, I guess I'll do it for this quarter, is I want to look into seeing if what I'm paying for auto insurance and mortgage, homeowners insurance is comparable. Like, when I lived in Maine and I bought the house, my realtor was just like, here's insurance agencies, pick one, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know any down here, you know, so, but I do know that I have a huge discount for having my homeowners.
Don't you have AAA?
I do have AAA.
Because I have it also. And they just sent out an email about checking because you get discounts if you go with their insurance.
Oh, no, you can't on the computer.
So I was trying to remind myself to tell Ken, hey, we got to look at this. But I know that we also just paid for 6 months insurance, so I don't know how that works. But well, but I know our RV's coming up, so
well, and that's the thing too. If I start looking and then somebody wants 6 months, I mean, that's going to be a lot of money that I probably wouldn't have, because right now mine doesn't even offer. I'm through State Farm and they don't even offer, at least not in South Carolina, for you to pay it every 6 months. It has to be monthly. But now with 3 vehicles, I mean, with 3 of us driving 3 vehicles, I'm paying $450 a month. I mean, I'm personally not. My bill is that much.
Right.
Sam pays hers, Dad pays his. I think mine's the cheapest.
Yeah.
So I need to look at that.
So make a little note to check AAA.
So I will shop auto insurance and homeowners. Andrea says hello to Lainey.
Oh, can you say hi? I need to go get her a new collar.
I was just gonna say she still has her winter collar on.
She still has her Christmas one. I don't know if people can see it, but hold on, let me see. Say hi, Lainey. It says fa la la la.
La, 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 la. So Andra says that she checked into different insurances and any possible benefits of paying ahead of time, and I found none and no cheaper rates. Yeah, I hear that they're pretty crazy, and I just,
Yeah.
I might, at least I'll feel better that I did my due diligence and know that I'm paying an okay amount.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Andra's here. I had a question for her that I wanted to bring to her attention.
Oh gosh. You're in trouble, Andra.
Hijack our lives to talk to Andra. You said you had looked at your loans because they were on 0% interest because you were active duty, but that would change after you retired. Now, my question is, have you looked to make sure that they're not going to charge you back interest on if it's not paid off?
Yeah.
Like you know how you've done that on some
Right.
of yours, like I think it's Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever it is.
Lowe's, yeah.
Oh, Lainey says
zero.
it's time to play now.
Oh,
She's getting
geez.
out toys. And so I was questioning is whether or not she had looked to see if she would get charged that back interest once she retired or
Right.
whatever. It
Did
was
you-
a thought, it popped in my
Yeah.
head, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I think it was on a live too. She mentioned that she was meeting with a financial person
Yeah.
for her retirement out of the service, and she taught them a few things in my mind because they were like,
Ken-
you need to do this. And she was like,
Ken said she answered. What is it? What is the answer?
yeah, it doesn't accrue like a promo rate. Good question.
Okay. Good.
Perfect.
That those squirrel things, you got to address them now when you
Yeah,
know them
exactly.
because they don't come back.
That's right.
Oh goodness. So you
I
got some pretty big goals there for
Yeah.
the next couple months.
Yeah, but I think that's good. They're all like at least heading in the right direction.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So that's helpful.
I'm anxious. I haven't really been looking too much, but if I could find something remote, I would start working immediately. But if not, I want to find something when we get back from Maine. So that's like top on my list. And it's not because we're short on anything, but I want that extra funds to start. Hi, Sam. To start putting money into things. And,
Right.
But
So Andra said, yes, the financial guy, he gave me a different payoff plan to consider, and we may see some shifts again. And this time to the Discover loan next. So
okay.
we may see her shifting a little bit.
Well, shifting, there's nothing wrong with shifting.
I know. That's what I have to remind myself.
Yeah. Because internally, I tell myself if I've got to shift from something, then I've done something wrong and I haven't done it right.
Right. You didn't follow the plan.
And then somebody told me that was perfectionism, and I had never really thought of myself as being a perfectionist. But I guess I kind of
I don't consider myself a perfectionist, but I'm the same. Like if I start it and the goal is to finish it, then I'm gonna go trudge through it just to say I finished it, whether it's
Right.
working for me or not. That's
Right. But yeah, somebody said that the other day, and I was like, oh, they were talking. Oh, how did it come out? They were talking about type A versus the type B person. And I'm kind of somewhere in the middle.
I don't even know what I am.
Type
I'm a
A
type
is you like
C.
everything in order and
Oh.
following your order and very particular about things, and they have to be done right. Okay. So, see, I totally would have said you are a type A and I am a type B. But I think it depends on what we're talking about, because there's some things that you better not stray from my list, because that's what I have. I have it there for a reason.
I'm not a type A when it comes to my house and cleaning. I'm not a mess. It's not a mess. I'm not a hoarder. But when it comes to work, like,
yeah,
I gave you specific instructions. Like, if you just would have read that email and followed through my step-by-step instructions, success. But no.
If I didn't give you instructions and just wanted it done, didn't care how you would do it, then that's what I tell you. But if I give you instructions, I want it done how I said I wanted it done.
Exactly. Even if it's wrong.
Right. Even if you have a better way, I don't care. In that case, I would be like, no, bring it to me. Tell me about it. And then I'll be like, okay, let's do it that way.
Which is hard coming from me as a director of a department in a big company. Like,
yeah. So what I've decided is that I'm very much a type A and a type B. Like,
yeah,
it just depends. But sometimes my type A is wearing on me mentally for no reason at all. Like the whole shifting thing. If we shift from one thing to another, it's not because I was doing it wrong, but because maybe I found a different way to do it. Or maybe priorities changed and now I got to do it a different way.
But why wasn't the first way working? Like,
okay, like we were saying about the loan thing. If she had found out that her loans were going to add that interest when she retired, she would have wanted to shift and pay those off well before something else, like her car or something like that.
Right.
So shifting isn't always bad.
No.
It's just mentally I have to get over that.
Admitting
but that this is how we're doing it.
And admitting that the way you had admitting the way that you had planned to do it isn't going to work.
Right. And fancy that word, because you know me and planning.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a planner. You mess with my schedule, I'm going to be mad just because you messed up my schedule.
But yet then
let alone changing what I'm doing.
But yet some things you're really good at, like, oh, just give it to God. It'll all work out.
Exactly. See?
It's the same. So Andra says, I was initially not good at shifting, especially since I'm sharing online to the public. But now I know that it's okay. And that's the thing. Like,
yeah.
We've done a couple
surprise
videos.
Me with her work. I mean, she's military. Like,
right.
You have to follow that line.
Exactly.
I
feel like we've done a couple videos where we're like, okay, I think it was the 100 envelope for me one time. I'm like, this isn't working. I don't find this fun. I want my money out.
Mm-hmm.
I was never going to ever finish it. It would have lasted 5 years.
Right. But meanwhile, you were creating interest on something else that money could have gone towards.
Right.
So it wasn't a bad thing.
Right.
See, sometimes I have no problem sitting back and seeing the huge, big picture.
For other people, but for yourself, you're not as quick as to do it.
Exactly.
Yep.
I'm very good at telling other people to let it go.
Right.
But, when it comes to me, that's a whole different story.
Yeah. I actually said that to a coworker last week in San Francisco. She was going through some personal stuff. And I was like, so if I sat down and I said to you, and I repeated exactly what she said to me, I'm like, what would you say to me? And she answered me. And I was like, then say it to yourself. Like, tell yourself, stop being so stupid and stop, making yourself miserable.
Right. But sometimes we don't even see that as an option with ourselves,
Right.
you know?
Lilo, stop. Anyways, I can smell hamburgers on the grill now.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I don't even know what we're having for dinner. Here it is.
Yeah,
6
my yard boy, I almost took a picture of him today. Dad mowed the lawn, and I was like, I have such a good yard boy, and now my yard boy is making supper.
Oh, goodness gracious.
My yard boy needs to remember he's like gonna be what, 75 in a couple months.
Yeah.
He needs to relax and just nope, he's been nonstop all day today.
Dad relaxed. I mean, Mom was
I
laughing
know.
because that's just never been him.
Right, but he's also been to the emergency room more times in the last 2 years that he's lived with me than he's been his whole life.
Oh goodness. Well, I think we're doing good. We're assessing goals and we're reassessing goals and trying to stay focused. I think that alone, as long as we keep focusing and not getting overwhelmed by things or consumed by things, you know, because that's why I've been jumping around on people's videos that I've been watching. Because you can only hear about people's debts so much. And so it just gets overwhelming to me. And at some point it's not necessarily relatable because all I have is that one debt and the truck payment.
Right.
And so I'm like, I need something else. I need to watch something else, you know?
Right.
But
or for me, you know, I mean, I know like where my debt is. I know what my total is. I look at it monthly.
Yeah.
And I had never sat down and like figured out based on the numbers when I could be debt free. I just kept going, by 26, by 27, now maybe 28, you know? Right. And so now I'm like, okay, like
now that you're getting closer.
Right. I'm like by the closeout of 2027, I want everything paid off. Lilo just saw a bird and was like, whoa. I want all my debt paid off except for my mortgage.
Yeah.
Which that would have my car, a 2024, paid off by the end of 2027. Like that is crazy.
Yeah. But it's so awesome.
Yeah. Andra says she does the same thing. She watches a ton of different people.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not because they're not good. I mean, no. I just need variety. Because like sometimes I'm actually watching them.
Right.
Sometimes I'm just playing them and I'm actually sleeping. But sometimes I'm actually watching them and then I'm like, okay, I need something else. You know?
Yeah. I play YouTube videos pretty much all day right next to my keyboard.
Yeah. I do that while I'm doing schoolwork too. I'll have something on the TV.
Yeah. And I'll watch them. Like today I took like 5 pictures. I'm like, rewind, take a picture. I like that savings challenge.
Yeah.
But sometimes I go from budgeting to, you know, savings challenges to Jane Morrell, who's cooking for a family of 9. And I'm over here going, holy crud, that would feed me for a month. Yep. You know, so, my battery's going to die. I thought I plugged it in.
You plugged one in, but not the other?
I plugged in my iPad and then got on my computer instead.
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, we have been going for 45 minutes, so.
You know, it goes by so quick. Okay, Andra says, being debt-free used to be something that I could not see for myself, and now I can see it clearly. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, people will say, what does it look like? I don't know what it looks like. All I know is the weight that I feel because of it, I assume is going to be gone. And I'm going to have a comma on a regular basis in my checking account, not waiting for bills to take it. That's what it's going to look like.
And I told somebody the other day, I was like, why is your phone going off non-stop? And they're like, oh, it's just a debt collector. What?
Yeah.
You know how freeing it is to not be afraid to answer my phone?
Yeah.
You know?
Andra says it looks like freedom to her and traveling the world. See, that's the thing. I want to have enough money that if I want, not need, to fly to Maine, like,
right.
It could end up being that by the time I'm debt free,
what are you going to do? I mean, think of how much that realistically puts into your budget.
Half of my income goes towards monthly payments towards debt, like $2,000 or more.
Yeah. So what are you going to do with all that money?
I'm going to travel to Maine just because there's a spring concert at school for my grandson. Like,
right.
I'm not going to miss stupid things. I'm not going to miss things that aren't big, huge events. They're not stupid things. But I'm going to still see those little things, even though I live halfway across the United States.
I think we need to start writing those out.
Yeah.
That would be huge motivation.
Yeah, it would be. But I don't ever give it's hard to imagine what it would be like.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's time to start reassessing some of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy's back out working out in the septic thing again.
Jeez, we're not going to get into the poop conversation again.
Oh, God.
All right. I'm going to go eat before my burger gets cold. Agree. Write it down and manifest it. Doing. Andra says she agrees. Write it down and manifest it. And that's true. Like,
yeah. I mean, whether it's, manifesting or God or whatever. I mean, thing. God wants to hear our hearts and desires.
Exactly.
And he wants to give us those things. So no matter what you call it, it's still good to write it out and to see it and be like, God, there's a reason why I want this.
I want to be able to just like look, if I go on a cruise starting tomorrow for 4 days, it's only $400 because it's right now. Book. I'm out of here.
I mean, you got vacation time up the wazoo.
I only have 14 weeks. What are you talking about? 14 weeks isn't a lot. And now I can't accrue anything more. So
but like we're sitting here in an RV.
Right.
We could go anywhere.
Yeah.
At any moment.
Yep.
And we have no plans.
But no plans. If no plans is what you want, then no plans is great.
The hard part is I think sometimes we both need no plans, and sometimes, specifically me, I need plans.
Yeah.
But yet I also want the freedom to, somebody's having a hard day. Let's just go down for a couple days, and spend some time.
Right.
When you're looking at teenagers in the house and whatever, those can get daunting. And sometimes a visit from auntie and uncle make a big difference.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But, so I think we need to start thinking about some of those things too. And
maybe in our next live, we can work on our list of
reasons.
Reasons, motivations, dreams, aspirations, whatever.
Inspirations.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes hearing other people's stories are just as inspirational for you,
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Well, this was good.
Got our goals, and we'll just keep hitting the ground running.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody who came on. Andra for chatting, everybody. Yay.
I wasn't expecting anybody.
We'll sit here and just talk to each other all night long. So it's good for other people to.
Oh, goodness. Well, we will. So the rest of this week, we have a video coming out on tomorrow, my March allocations. Friday is your play with friends thing.
Friday with friends. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll have that out, and we'll have the next section of our pantry challenge coming out as well. So
Yes.
we got a lot we're doing.
Yes.
Yep. So
Thanks for coming on, Andra. Andra. All right. I'll talk to
all
you
right,
later.
we'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Bye.